Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Total War Arena. It is the official world gameplay premiere, and it has been fantastic stuff here. Dogputt's joining me. Leonidas versus Germanicus, led by Jesse Cox. And of course, Lionheart. Lionheart's team leading 7-4 coming into this final matchup on Thermopylae. One map left. It is 1-1 all square. Who's going to take it?
Well, I think I know who's going to take it, but I've got a feeling. But you know, I hope so very much. But in this one, we have a very close, competitive game, which goes back and forth, and ends with something absolutely crazy happening at the end. And I think that's about it.
Not too much, eh? Not too expected too much from this game. Yeah, fantastic stuff. If you guys at home are watching, you're on the stream, I can see a lot of people on Twitch chat saying, hey, buddy, hey, guys, how do I get and play this? Get yourselves over to totalwararena.com/ESL. That is where you can sign up. It is closed alpha right now. It is under NDA, so don't get pushing people for information. You will not get it. But there it is on your screen, totalwar.com/ESL. That's where you guys can get yourself a chance to sign up. That's what this is all about. It's showing you guys at home how awesome this game is. A lot of people are like, I don't understand it, I don't understand. What's going to be the benefit? Well, I think you can see on everybody's face that's been playing this, big smiles. Everybody's enjoyed this.
Indeed, or they try and put cheeky grins on. That we've had plenty of those as well. Yep. And we've seen a lot of faces of just, oh, my unit just got absolutely annihilated, and that's also been happening. But that's what happens when you're getting invested and you're trying to get yourself a good score, and more importantly, your team to victory. And you go Warrior Spar. It's nothing but this camera gets put in his face, and he just goes for the cheekiest of smiles. Obviously, it's going to come down to one more. And, you know, we've been seeing a kind of different set of tactics coming out. Before, we had more of a kind of just pushing forward, trying to get in there as much as possible. And artillery were kind of there. It just threw in a few rocks. It wouldn't do too much. Then ballistas started to change things up in our last map on Thermopylae, trying to chip away at cavalry, it scouted too far forward. We've seen light infantry in the woods dominating on hill passes and so forth from Duck. And we've also just seen, well, good team play from both teams. And a lot of these guys has been their first time playing Total War Arena. So
we've chosen to follow Germanicus for this final matchup. They are officially the winners, it's safe to say. They are 7-4 up, so yeah, officially the winners. We'll see, though. Leonidas could tie this up in maps. We're going to keep in, obviously, following the captain, Lionheart, and Mecha, the cavalryman on the scout. We'll try and stick with Mecha at the start and keep things going. But this has been a fantastic tournament, a fantastic little event. It's not really a tournament, it's more fun than anything.
It's more of a showcase.
A showcase, and I'll tell you what, for a closed alpha, touch wood, has been not a problem so far.
Just checking if it was wood, it feels like it.
It is wood, I'm sure, yeah.
But yeah, it's we did an event not so much like this internally. We brought in a few faces at this event here, and we put them in 2 separate meeting rooms, and we got them to play against each other from lower tiers to higher tiers, and you know, the energy from that event was really good, and it's something we really wanted to replicate here today, and I think we've done that.
And that's something we should say, because there's probably quite a few people that maybe have joined us late, haven't seen the start of this one. We started off, we did 2 maps. It was Thermopylae and Solenum on tier 5, which is obviously 5 tiers up. You start at tier 1, you work your way up through experience. And then, of course, we're into tier 7 now, as you can see, or tier 6, actually, for Duck. He's been sticking with those guys. As has been proven, they can do just as well against tier 7s, there's no doubt about it, here on Thermopylae.
Yeah, most definitely. Just because your unit might be a higher tier doesn't always mean if you use them in the wrong way that they are great. But also, certain units being what they are, some of them do just much better in certain places. So light infantry, if you put them in the wood or have the right commander, or more importantly, have the skill to use them, you will beat people who
Ramba's are almost through the hook gates. He's just piled through there with his cavalry. Nobody's been there to meet him. Finally, he's going to see, I think, pretty sure that's Jesse Cox on the hill. Yes, it is. Same place. But they know they have all that information. They're like, guys, we can just go forward. Now, this is what they did in the last game, but look at actually Diplex. We've got a change of tactic coming out from Lionheart and boys.
Yeah, so they said they were going to go for something a little different, and that seems to be it. And they're going to bring the pain to the top of that hill for the first time.
All right, Rambler's cavalry got to be careful he doesn't get pinned in there. He's actually put himself in a side position, although some heavy cavalry charges would certainly hurt. He's got support coming in. Lionheart getting a good view of the entire battle, and I think he's going to step forward.
Yeah, he's definitely the meat of the army. Him and Sidestrife have been working as a little battle group within the force, and they're generally holding the center, and they're going pretty much wherever the team's
they want to
needs
win
it.
this top hill. Okay, Duck's obviously going to play like they're expecting it. This time Lionheart has not pushed through the woods, by the way, either on the left-hand side, which he's done a number of times. So Paul S trying to draw some fire, draw some attention, and this fight in the top here with Baron and Duck, you can even hear the go, go, go. So that's Leviathan coming around the side. There's the artillery fire. Didn't really do too much onto Sparta, but it's actually drawing their attention round.
Yeah, that definitely caught them by surprise. I don't think they expected artillery to be firing from there, but as you can see, that's a great position to have it. Completely controls that entranceway, but I don't know how much damage they're doing because they don't have the sight.
It's a different change as well, because obviously the first time he's used Ballista on this map was using the... first time he's using
catapults. So he's got back to catapults
instead of Ballista, which is what he's using.
Yeah.
Oh, why did I forget the word catapults?
Catapults is an easy one.
I know, it's like a standard.
I know.
I don't know why I forgot that one. I don't know why. It just fell out my mind.
You're forgiven.
It's been a long day. I'm a bit punch drunk now. We're how many? Here we go. I'm doing maths on air. That's also a danger. We're into the 12th map.
And you can see Ducks using the woods in the centre of the map as his highway once again. Moved it up a little.
Shermanator's completely around the back of them, actually, there. That was a weird situation. You can see this is the mini-map, this is the tab. The General could definitely do this. You can draw your lines on there if you really want to. But as it is, Shermanator, I was going to say, he's around the back of them. That's a dangerous position because he can just get completely flanked. Nicely done. Sagir on this time, using his range advances. Oh, that artillery just laying into Prince of Macedon's troops. And they are choosing to win the battle in the top of the hill this time. This time we see the artillery raining. I think he caught Jake just slightly there, Jake Fish, in the middle.
I'm trying to work out exactly what both teams are doing. So it seems that Leonidas is playing this one very, very defensively. Obviously, they tried their push up at the top, but it's just being met by artillery fire. Cavalry are doing what they do in the middle of that, which is dueling, pretty much, giving vision for artillery. So you can always see a good mix of teamwork.
Actually, I think they're just trying to draw Leonidas out of his base. They're just sitting in the base. They're doing exactly what they did in the last game, and why not? It won them the last match.
Indeed.
But Germanicus this time, I'm not going to fall for it. You can see it's been Paul S just completely running around the top battle. See, this is a big thing. Okay, if they get that top hill, they have basically a wall of cover for their artillery to move up and be on the top of this hill.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing right now. You can see they're pushing Diplex's artillery. He's leaving one behind to cover the base. So right now, the way they're seeing this is they're going to push down the hill. They're going to take what they can, get the height advantage, use that to bombard the base, push in for the capture, leaving artillery behind to, if their base gets attacked, they can just stop the cap with artillery.
Let's see how it works out. Just hold. I can hear actually Lionheart shouting instructions. Just hold the line. And it's working. Look at it. Look at this line they've managed to put along the top here. So definitely multiple supports. Ordinarily it's been just Baron and Duck pushing around the side there, but backing it up with not 3, 4 of the players is don't think Leonidas' team was expecting this.
Yeah, when you go around in a group with melee and javelins like that, you're kind of constantly being harassed, especially if you don't have backup. You kind of have this flight or fight mentality. And right now, Warrior's kind of backing between. Saying that, they have no vision on the top of that wood, so maybe he's setting up for an ambush.
Well, Prince of Macedon's made his way down along the middle now. He's going to try and chase Duck out, but that should be covered off. Now we're seeing a big solid push coming out from Lionheart. Look at the troops. We have had Leonidas have actually pushed out of their base. They're going to see if they can charge around the cavalry. I think that's Paul S that's trying to get his way in there, trying to get his way around the side. He's trying to flank in there, he's trying to get in there, but I think he's been caught out. A charge maybe just caught Paul S's troops.
Yeah, and it's going to get very dangerous. Yeah, see, there was a trap. I knew they were saying
it's a trap. As once again, Malekith, can he work out for them? The Shermanator's going to get through. Diplex completely caught out. He gets a full charge on one set of artillery. That is one down. Can he get a second? He did leave one back on the hill at the back there, but that may well be a pivotal moment. The trap has been sprung, and it's worked well for Leonidas.
That's the thing about artillery. It definitely fixes you, and it makes it very vulnerable for maneuvers like that. And I see Diplex hitting his keyboard. Oh, not his keyboard, is the desk. Don't worry, your keyboards are safe. Yeah, definitely a bit of frustration. But he still has one left, like you said, so it's not the end of the world for him.
However, Germanicus is still in a good position. Whoa, that's not going to work out well. Now Lionheart needs to make a move. Now the cavalry is starting to push through, but the artillery has free reign. Jesse Cox has moved up out of the hood gates. Paul S is trying to get around the back there, but that's being chased out. Jake Fish has managed to catch on towards him. He's trying to get around. He's trying to get on towards the artillery. Paul S might make it through. I'm not sure if he's going to quite get there. Hugo's having to back off. He is. Hugo. Paul S is going to push on through. He's found Gunnar. Gunnar's going to get taken down at the back there, and that's artillery for artillery being picked off by the cavalry.
Yeah, and you can... They're keeping themselves quite close together so they can come into the base and hold off, and I think that's what they're going to try and do here, but they've got to make sure that they keep control of these watchtowers.
Gunnar's just backed away. The tower flag has just dropped down, which tells you that the artillery has just left that position. That means they're going to lose a lot of vision, of course. Mecha's going to try and get around the backside here. Side strafe's going to try and get flanked or strafed, whichever you'd prefer. Tries to go for the heavy cavalry charge. Does catch him a little bit, but he's completely cornered. And now Hugo's going to come in. Lionheart can come in. That's going to be one of his sets of units. There's no way to run there, but the artillery's still coming down on Lionheart.
Yeah, and it really forces you forward. Like I was saying, start getting hit like that, you got to decide if you're going to run away or go forward, and it looks like they're going to go forward. And this is the same thing that happened last time, and he got cut to pieces.
How did Mecha get out at the back there?
But no one was able to engage him.
I thought he got pinned in the corner, but Hugo obviously didn't manage to lock him up. Now Lionheart's taking a lot of arrows on him, and they're actually having to back up here. They're going to need to line themselves back up because they realize numbers are, well, they could get picked off pretty easily. Mecha is starting to cause some problems.
Yeah, they're going to have to be very careful here. Duck's still keeping in the woods. He does not leave the woods at all. He knows where he has the best advantage, and he sticks to it.
Okay, so the archer's being made use of. Getting some shots on towards Mecha. This is going to work out well. Mecha wants to gain that cavalry. It is completely a magnet for all this sort of thing. But again, here comes the artillery back onto Lionheart. So Gunnar still managed to keep hold of one. Paul S did get around the back. Meanwhile, the left side flank is being pushed in. But I think it's holding.
Yeah, they have a lot in defense here, but there's a cap going in on the other side of the base. So this is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, Leonidas has managed to get something in and around there.
That's why Duck must have gone back. We got any kind of sight on who that is, but yeah, Duck's going to go back and try and defend that. He's going to need so. Yeah, Duck doing what he can. Looks like he's going to try and stop this cap. Meanwhile, obviously, there's a lot of action going on elsewhere.
He's got a full set of units back there, so he should be able to get in. Of course, the problem... Whoa! And don't forget, there's also artillery still standing, so he's just putting it straight on point. Pretty sure that rained down on top of them. You can see a couple of artillery. Yeah, it's just a few guys in and around the flag, so Duck will manage to get that one off. There it is. It's Shermanator, actually, is cavalry just at the back there, so he did see them.
He did see him. Maybe he's just using his artillery to take him down. Either way, I think Lionheart, if we get back to Lionheart and see what the attack on the main base is, otherwise we're going to watch a nice little cav running around trying to tie down as much as possible here.
Oh, Mecha's managed to get on towards him. Look at Lionheart chasing down on towards Shermanator. Mecha running around the back. This is where cavalry can be so dangerous. Starts letting little flanking maneuvers, gets the full charges on towards them in the back, and that could be a problem. Germanicus, the numbers are starting to dwindle.
Yeah, and pulling a player like Duck all the way back just to deal with a handful of cavalrymen. I mean, this is not good for them at all.
Okay, Lionheart has the hill advantage here, but that's a lot of cavalry. Neither of them actually had a charge there, so they just locked each other up.
Yeah, he got a part of a charge off, but both of them kind of intersected at the same time. But coming downhill, he did take a bit more damage, Mecha. So, but either way, right now, their numbers are kind of dwindling here.
Gunnar's still up there somewhere firing is an artillery. It's still raining down on them, so he's managed to keep that alive for a long time. Shermanator around the back of Lionheart, but you can see there's Pilars coming out, trying to do as much as he can. He's going to go straight for Sagiron. It's going to be a full cavalry charge, straight through 1, 2, 3 members. Another charge from Jakefish as well. This is decimating Germanicus on the field.
Yeah, and these cavalries are just acting like sharks. They're just picking off all the weak and anything that can't really resist them, and then they just back off before anything bigger can come in to try and hurt them. And yeah, this is tearing apart Germanicus' team right now, and they just don't know what to do. They're trying to catch down this cav, but without their range units and without cavalry of return, they're getting picking apart.
Yeah, they're lacking a little bit. Their own cavalry was picked off fairly early, it seems. Mecha's still running around there, still a full assortment. Hugo chasing him down. He's going to get a full charge on the back of Mecha there. That will work well. Baron was the one that was trying to push through. So this heavy push that they pushed around the top hills is still in action, but not a lot left. Jake going to get a full charge off there? No, he's going to slow things down. It's Diplex, actually, his few little units. Not there's a lot there to play with.
Yeah, more and more cavalry just keep turning up here for Team Leonidas, and they're really going to town. And Lionheart there throwing Peeler, but he's going to suffer a charge. But it's okay, you know, he's playing with Veteran Legionnaires. They're a heavy unit. They take damage, but they can take damage and they can give it as well. And they'll survive.
They'll survive, but I'm not sure the rest of them will. They'll gain some more artillery. Lionheart trying to put his shields up, but that can't stop gigantic rocks being flung at you. And that's certainly a problem. Now they're getting hit from both angles, trying to get in there. Jesse Cox still got a full unit of troops at the back there. There's the artillery shells. Oh, it didn't land. It actually went over the top there. Didn't quite catch on towards Lionheart. Lionheart getting closer to these archers. And no, Jesse Cox still not moving. Jesse Cox, wake up. Lionheart is about to run down your troops. Dr. Bruce is just going to get picked off. Lionheart sneaking through. Now Jesse's moving forward. Hey, there we go. Go on, Jesse. You can get it. Lionheart's not going to get through there. He can just get a full charge behind him.
Yeah, they just run out of steam in this attack and don't even know what they have left. I mean, they're trying to escape down here into the woods, but there you go. Jake, Fish, and Mecha just cleaning up what's left.
Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Diplex and Duck with artillery in one unit of hoplites. So this is going to be an interesting one.
In Duck we believe. In Duck we believe. He's going to use these woods. He's actually going to get Malekith.
Oh, he is as well. I don't think Malekith knows it's coming.
Well, he does now. We probably just told him. But he's like, well, what's coming? Wait, what?
I'm running.
I'm not having any of this. Duck tries to sneak around there. There's still a couple of infantry units engaged there, but numbers-wise, it's very much Leonidas in favor. It's a 300 difference. Leviathan, is he going to get around there? Oh, Duck. Yeah, his morale got a little tested there. They saw him the second he stepped out. They have the tower. It's Malekith with the tower just on the bottom there, which is what gave them the vision. And Duck realizes he's got to back away, scattering, dodging, ducking, weaving, trying to get away from the fire that's raining down on him from those javelins and archers.
Yeah, most definitely. He's dropped shields. He's using Mithridates, and with his ability of drop shield, it totally makes you vulnerable to every single projectile in the game. More so when it's a big rock as well. Can't really block that.
No, so this is obviously the artillery that's still up there. Coming out from Diplex. He has managed to hold on to just one unit, which he kept in reserve, but pretty sure that's all that's left. Meanwhile, 11 seconds remain on this clock, so don't forget also, Leonidas did start a cap off as well, so in terms of points, they very much have this one in the bag. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Leonidas, led by Jesse Cox, that will take themselves victory and finish out 2-1 on Thermopylae this time around. So things end 2-2 in maps, which is good enough. But it was 7-5 to Germanicus. Yeah,
7-5 in the end. So Lionheart's team has won. But, you know, they'll be playing around for quite a bit. And they tried something different with their artillery there. And it worked out not so well.
So actually, Team Leonidas went 4-2 in the last two maps. So they've really, it clearly worked that they had that adaptation, those changes. After the 3-0 on Solenum was a rough game for them, although it was pretty close, but Lionheart just pushing through the middle caught them out a number of times. But what a fantastic game. What a fantastic game. What a fantastic matchup between them. And yeah, very happy faces all around.
I think Lionheart's quite relieved. His sneaky tactics on Solernum is probably what gave him such a decisive victory. Yeah. So he must be quite happy with that one. But even all those games were generally so damn close at the end. I mean, we had so many games where there was just like, what? They had like 100 guys left in an army of like 2,500. That's not many.
So definitely very close battles, no doubt about it here. So fantastic stuff for Total War Arena. That has been the closed alpha as well. I'm really looking forward to see this full release, to see what gets adapted, what gets brought into it. Obviously, don't forget, we've only shown tier 5 and tier 7 today. There's a whole other 8 tiers out there yet to see the top end of, say top end, tier 8, probably going to still be involved in top end.
Get all the way
tier
up
7,
to 10.
tier 8,
so you go all the way, but it's obviously got to get there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of variety that comes up at that point. Obviously, you've seen a lot of the cavalry today, and you've seen a lot of. I don't think we actually got to see too many gladiators.
We didn't see cavalry archers, and we didn't see gladiators.
Horse archers. There's a huge variety. I was trying to get one of the teams to play with flaming tar. I think I'll put those down and then just like burn up areas, which can be quite sneaky. And there's loads of little variations you can use with different commanders, and something people will get to see very much soon in the future.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. We're going to go over to Sean, of course, with the devs.
Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you so much, James. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal all day. Of course, again, Dave, Elliot, guys, we kind of got what we asked for there.
I'm well impressed by Leonidas. They did it. They came back. I knew they could. My money was right.
It was
I don't know how much I win, but there we go.
I believe in Jesse.
Yeah, I believe in Jesse.
We all believed, and it happened. It happened.
And it happened. They did really, really well. It was really good to see. It couldn't have gone any better for them, and it was a great spectacle. I really enjoyed it.
So what do you think was kind of a turning point for them? What seemed to be working for them now that wasn't perhaps maybe working for them before?
I think once they got one in the pocket, it was kind of a morale
Momentum
thing. Kind of like the game, really.
You think it really was that, the belief, the conviction, after having that little bit of a landslide 3 in a row? That's a big knockback, you know what I mean?
It is, yeah. And you could see it on the faces of them. You know, Mecca looked done for. It was just like, well, what do I need to do to make this win?
Let's be fair, it is alpha, and I mean, there's not money on the line. It's just for honor, basically. It's for honor, but it shows you how good this is.
Honor means a lot. Honor means a lot.
We're really pleased with how the game's looking, how the game's playing. You know, stability is brilliant.
It's been phenomenal. I was prepared for at least a couple of crashes, guys. I mean, you know, really well done. I mean,
we've been trying to make sure it's the highest polished products we've ever delivered. You know, we really want to hit the mark with this, and hopefully it's showing, and everyone out there is sort of seeing that the game looks great and it's enjoyable and fun and gives a lot of depth.
So go sign up.
Yeah, still in alpha, guys. It's absolutely the thing to do. Get yourself over to totalwar.com/ESL and you can get yourself into this closed alpha already. Now, guys, we have to kind of, to give our final thoughts on the day. Do you want to kick us off? What's it been for you? On this spectacle of games.
I really respect what Germanicus did in the last couple of matches. They tried a few different things. They were trying different strategies. I love it when Diplex brought the artillery up across the top. If that had worked, they would have had so much free reign over their base. They would have completely decimated them. And it's unfortunate that they just kind of, the cavalry got through there, knocked it out. And I think it was partially a morale hit as well for them, is that they felt like the plan wouldn't work, and then they just floundered in front of the base, and they had the height advantage, and they were just mullering them. It was unfortunate, but it made for good gameplay. It made for a good moment. So,
yeah, for me, I kind of just. I want to take a step back now. I want to talk to these guys. You know, what can we do to push this 10 versus 10 element a bit harder? What tools can we give you to make the whole strategy a bit easier? You know, this is the first time we've ever done anything like this with this game. Normally, it's just a sort of 1 versus 1 matchmaking. So you go in as one player for matchmaking approach, but this is this takes it to the next level. So I want to go away and analyze this and just
it's its own game
improve
mode
the game so
in its own right completely, and it needs a lot of thought.
Well, a perfect segue that I will jump right onto, because we are lucky enough now to have our 20 gladiators, the guys who came here and did it all, put it on the line. Yeah, round of applause, guys. I shall come and sit down between two men that need very little introduction, and of course we've still got Dave and Elliot there. Let's start off. Lionel, how's your day been?
It's been a brilliant day. We've had a fantastic pair of teams, and couldn't end a better way. Both teams fought really hard, and Jesse's team fought back, and we were, at times you didn't know what to do, and they put on a really strong counter-attack, and it was great fun.
Jesse, we have to say that there was a time when it was looking a little bit bleak. You weren't the happiest man in this studio. I would say a little bit grumpy, to be fair, and things did turn around, and this is a much more respectable scoreline.
Known to be a grump. I think at the beginning it was just overwhelming. We didn't really know what our strategy was, and it wasn't until we had a chance to break and see what they were doing that we I mean, you guys decided to make some really awesome changes, and you could tell the difference. And once people were comfortable with what they were playing and were able to learn, the learning curve was real quick. It was impressive.
An impressive day. We've definitely enjoyed it. Now, obviously, we talked a little bit about the guys. It's still an alpha. I can't stress that enough. This is such an early build of the game, and it already looks so good. What is some of the words that you'd say to, you've got them right here. Dave and Elliot are still standing there. What would you like to say to the guys?
Keep improving it, keep improving the units, the balancing, and looking forward to other maps that you work on and giving us, more challenges and. Keep going at it because it's great fun. It's a totally different Total War multiplayer experience and it's loads of fun.
Loads of fun, that's good.
Thank
Yourself,
you.
sir, anything? Oh, please jump in.
We're going to be bringing out some new content to you guys soon. We're working on 2 maps, as I previously said, so we want to chuck those your way and get your opinion. Like I just said as well, I really want to know what you guys think today. I want your honest opinions as well. Give it to us brutal, give it to us straight. Hopefully it's all positive. You've all got smiles on your faces. So yeah, hopefully it ran really, really well. But your feedback is really important to us and we'd love to hear what you have to say after this because it's 10 versus 10. It's the first time we've done this and we need to hear what you have to say.
And of course as well, just all credit to the rest of the team that are back in the UK at the moment because obviously, without them it doesn't work. So everyone on the project has been really, really gunning it. So thank you to them.
A truly well-deserved round of applause. It has absolutely been a fantastic day. I have to ask, is there anybody that has a closing word? Anything you'd like to share out? Now is the time to speak, shout. Pardon, sir? Hate horses. Guys, how do you feel about the hatred for the horse?
Get spikes.
Get spikes.
Pikes are always an option, but yeah, you seem to manage to find your counter to cavalry in that last match, which was Thermopylae. Stock dark that way, but no, there's loads of counters to that. We've got like the consumables that we touched on before. The stakes will really give them a hard time. And
it's in constant iteration. If we do locate a problem, then of course we'll work with everyone to try and make sure that it's balanced up and it works properly as soon as we can, as right as we can.
And nobody put down the tar and set the tar on fire. I know that was something that was an opportunity. I feel like it was maybe a missed opportunity. But next time there'll definitely be more. So guys, I guess the last thing is to say, first of all, thank you all for coming here. It's been a really pleasure having you guys. You've been all such great players. So please, once again, round of applause for our 20 champions. Now, I get lucky here to say a big thank you to so many people that had an integral part in this. Of course, everybody back at Creative Assembly for making this game at this stage so phenomenal. Everybody at Sega for working with us. And of course, Amanda, who I know is watching at home. You were missed. And I guess for now, the only thing I can say is there will be so much more coming. This is genuinely the alpha. You can get involved. Head over to totalwar.com/ESL to get into the alpha. And of course, for now, we thank you so much for watching. Without you, we'd just be sitting here in the studio. It's been phenomenal. We'll definitely be back with so much more. But for now, once again, thank you. Good night. Take care. All the best.
Peggy 16. Sega.